Hello 2L. Our topic today is unit rate, and our goal is I can successfully calculate unit rate. So here we're going to talk about what a rate is. And so if you take a look at what we have written here, it says a rate compares two things in two different units. Here are some examples. So you drive 350 kilometers in 5 hours. So the way we would say that as a rate is it's 350 kilometers per 5 hours. You buy 3 pairs of socks for $8.99. So the rate is $8.99 per 3 pairs of socks. Now, just so that you know, I'm just going to put this little line here. We say per when we read that. And the last one we looked at, you grew 6 inches in 2 years. The rate is 6 inches per 2 years. That little slash is always per. So if we take a look at what this is saying, this won't roll down. There we go. In a rate, quantities of two different things are compared. So there's two different things we're looking at. A unit rate turns one of those quantities into one. So we're going to turn one quantity into one, and to do that, we simply divide one quantity by another. So there are always two rates to find. One is usually more useful than the other. So we're going to take a look at what I mean by two rates to find. So in this one it says we drive 350 kilometers in 5 hours. So if we do 350 kilometers divided by 5 hours, and I'm going to pull up my handy dandy calculator here and take 350. We always type in the top first and then hit the divided by key, and the bottom is 5. So that's 70. So 70. And that is how many kilometers we drive in 1 hour. So this little mark here, when we're typing that into the calculator, we're going to use the division key. That means divide. And so if we drive 350 kilometers in 5 hours, that means that every hour we drive, we go 70 kilometers. Now here's what I meant by a second unit rate. I could put this upside down. I could have 5 hours per 350 kilometers. Now if I plug that into my calculator, I go 5 divided by 350, and I get this really small number, 0.0143. 0.0143. Now look at the way we divided. We did hours first and kilometers second. So this is hours per kilometer. So what this tells us is how many hours it takes to go 1 kilometer. And obviously, it's not very many hours to go 1 kilometer. You're probably going more like a kilometer every minute rather than thinking about the hours. So now let's have a look at the socks example and see the two different unit rates. Oh, maybe we should say which one of these unit rates is better? Which one do you hear more often? How many kilometers you go in an hour, or how many hours you go in a kilometer? Hope most of you said this is the more useful one. How many kilometers we go in 1 hour. That's what this car speedometer tells us. Okay, for the second one, you buy 3 pairs of socks for $8.99. So the rate is $8.99 for 3 pairs. So when I divide this, the dollars are on top and the pairs are on the bottom. So I'm going to get the number of dollars for 1 pair. The bottom is always the 1. So let's pull up my handy dandy calculator and we go $8.99 divided by 3. And that is basically $3. If we round this up, that's going to round to $3 per pair. $3 per pair. Now we can go the other way around and we say 3 divided by $8.99. That means we put the pair on the top. And so we have pair first, and then it's going to be per, and the units on the bottom is dollars. So this is how many pairs we get for $1. Obviously, we're not going to get too many pairs for $1. So we'll just type that in, 3 divided by 8.99. And we get 0.33. So 0.33, we don't even get 1 pair for $1. And which one of these are more useful? How many dollars per pair of socks or how many pairs per dollar? Well, since we don't even get one pair per dollar and one less than one pair of socks is pretty useless to us, obviously this one is the better way to go. And this is actually called the unit cost. If we think of dollars per something, if dollars is on the top, we call this the unit cost. And let's have a look at the last one. You grew 6 inches in 2 years. The rate is 6 inches every 2 years. So 6 inches per 2 years. Now the way we have this written, we have inches on top and years on the bottom. So we're going to find out how many inches we grow in 1 year. Remember, the bottom is always 1 year. So how many inches do we grow in 1 year? I'm not even going to pull out my handy dandy calculator for this. 6 divided by 2 is 3. There's 3 inches per year. Now if I wanted to do it the other way around, I will have to figure out, I'll put the 2 years on top and put the 6 inches on the bottom. And what we're going to find there is how many years it takes to grow 1 inch. Because we've got the years on the top and the inch on the bottom. So how many years it takes to grow 1 inch. And 2 divided by 6, we will pull out the handy dandy calculator for that. 2 divided by 6 is 0.33. So 0.33 years to grow 1 inch. So you grow more than an inch a year, which is what it told us over here. So which, again, I think this one is more useful. How many inches do we grow in 1 year? Okay, now you guys have a worksheet to complete now, and then come back and watch the next video.